Awesome. So the topic of today's webinar is how to win more customers using referral marketing. Great. So can everyone see my screen now? Okay, I'm getting a thumbs up from the team, which means you can see my screen. Awesome. But yeah, as I said, today what we're going to talk about is how to win more customers using referral marketing or a referral program, whatever you like to call it. But I think, as marketers and business owners around the world, like one of the things we're always looking to do is win more customers. So it's really great that you're all investing into education to learn new ways how to do that. I think just before I start, what's important is there's some people on the webinar that maybe know me from the past, and there's other people on the webinar that are new. But I think just to introduce myself, I'm an entrepreneur based out of Amsterdam, and I'm the founder of a company called Referral Factory. We're a no-code platform that allows any business anywhere in the world to build their own referral program without having to hire a developer or write any code. Just a little bit about my history so that, you kind of know a bit about my experience. I've got over 10 years experience in the marketing industry, background in performance media, influencer marketing. I co-founded the largest influencer marketing platform currently in Africa. After that, I moved on to run a growth consultancy for a few years based out of Amsterdam. And about 18 months ago, we kind of saw that at the growth consultancy, there was one channel that was consistently driving really great acquisition for our customers, and that was building referral programs for them. So we decided to shut down the agency and focus solely on referrals and try build a business around that. So we now have been 18 months into the journey of Referral Factory. I've worked with over 500 brands over the last 10 years, always sort of in the space of marketing, sales, and helping them drive growth. I write marketing related content for sites like Social Media Today, The Drum, The Next Web, and BBC News. Okay, just to give the presentation a little bit of structure, this is just what we'll be talking about today. So I think the first thing that's really important to talk about is just why this topic actually matters. The second thing to talk about is just what is referral marketing. So making sure that everybody who's joined us on the webinar today has a solid understanding of it. Then we'll look at some examples of early adopter referral programs. So the companies that have been winning and managing to grow really fast by launching referral programs. What we'll dive into after that is really just some insights on how to structure your referral program for success. So I think that's really the one thing. As I said, the teams worked really hard to gather a lot of data of 2,000 referral programs last year, and that we ran last year. And we've really learned actually like what are the key things you can do that if you want to launch your own referral program will make sure that it's successful. The next thing we'll go through is just B2B versus B2c referral programs. I added this in because it's really one of the top questions I get asked from companies, and I noticed we have a mix of B2B and B2C marketers joining us today. I'll then, at the end, just share some secret sauce for referral success. So a few tips just from me that if you would like to branch into this, that you can take forward and share with your team. And we'll do a Q&A at the end. Cool, so let's kickstart with why this topic actually matters. I think this can be distilled into 3 points, but anybody who's on this webinar today that is in the marketing space will know that these 3 facts are truly accurate, and I've noticed them as a marketer as well over the last sort of 10 years. The first thing is it's actually becoming harder and harder to find high quality leads. So us as a business ourselves, as we look to acquire more customers and grow, what we learn is that the more money you throw into sort of paid channels, often the volume of leads will go up and the quality of those leads will come down. So interestingly enough, even like our Google Ads budget, it kind of has been going in reverse for the last 6 months, because what we've really found is that the leads that are coming through the platform are becoming, a lower and lower quality. So finding high quality leads is actually becoming more of the priority than just sort of finding any leads. The other thing which will be hurting your marketing budget is just that CPAs are going up. So the cost to acquire a customer across paid channels, influencer channels, a lot of the other marketing channels that exist seems to be going up and up and up every year. So the quality is going down, and the cost to acquire the customers is going up. And then I think the last thing which we are all feeling as well, which is it's actually just becoming harder and harder to get noticed as a brand. So you have social media feeds flooded with content and ads and brands. And actually, as the adoption of social channels goes up, it becomes harder and harder for us as brands to stand out. So we have to get creative and find new channels. Awesome. And then also, this might be a little bit basic for some people that have joined the webinar, but I just wanted to make sure that everybody had a solid understanding of just really exactly what referral marketing is. And I have this cute graphic that explains it really well. This is just a shopkeeper talking to his customer, and the customer says to the shopkeeper, "I love your stuff, I'll be back for more." And the shopkeeper says, "Okay, cool, thanks." So that's one scenario. And then the next scenario is where the customer says to the shopkeeper, "I love your stuff, I'll be back for more." And the shopkeeper says, "Nice, how about sharing that love with your friends too?" And really, in a nutshell, that's all referral marketing is. It's trying to turn happy customers into a marketing channel. This is probably one of the most interesting stats. This didn't actually come from our team. It came from a research institute called Texas Tech University, where they surveyed 1,000 different customers from different brands. And they asked all those customers of the brands, would you be willing to provide a referral? And 83% of the customers said, yeah, I would be willing to provide a referral. And then they asked the question, how many of you have actually told a friend about it? And the answer to that is only 29%. So as you can see, like for me, that means as brands and companies and marketers, we're leaving a lot of opportunity on the table for people that are willing to refer us to their friends, but maybe just aren't prompted or don't know how to do so. I think the other thing that's really important, this is a stat that our team put together when we did the analysis of all the referral programs, was actually just comparing the leads acquired through referral programs, so the leads acquired through referrals versus the leads acquired through paid marketing channels. And we found on average the leads acquired through referrals are 2 times, sometimes even 3 times more likely to convert than the leads acquired through paid channels. So that's actually for us why a lot of companies have become more interested in this topic. And it really stems from the problem we put up above, which is just around, like, it's becoming harder to find quality leads. So if you can find a channel that will bring you leads that are more likely to convert and are of a higher standard, it also puts less pressure on your internal team having to close those leads. Cool. And then also, I think what's really important to show, we've spoken about sort of what referral marketing is. We've spoken about how it can help you drive higher quality leads. But I think actually, like, to see it in action and understand, well, how do I actually get more referrals? I wanted to actually just show you some examples of early adopter referral programs that essentially sparked this industry. So I'm sure all of you in the room know Dropbox. Dropbox probably is the biggest success story. I would say Dropbox and PayPal probably are the biggest success stories when it comes to growing through referral programs. They managed to attribute 3,900% of their growth to referrals in just 15 months. What's really important for us to learn from Dropbox is they built a really, really simple referral program. It said, if you refer your friend, you'll get more access to space on your drive. And what we learned from them was really just that, like, aligning or making, you'll see a point at the end about giving people a reward that actually matters to them. We really think that's probably one of the reasons that their referral program was so successful, because people signed up because they wanted space in the cloud, which is very common now, but back then it wasn't. And essentially by referring friends, you could get more space in the cloud. So it was a really smart reward that helped them drive a lot of growth through that referral program. The next example is Airbnb. I'm sure a brand we all know and love and have used. Airbnb launched their referral program a couple of years ago and managed to increase their daily bookings in that month by 300% just by asking their customers to spread the word. And again, what's an important lesson we can learn from Airbnb is, they did something really smart. They didn't say, refer your friends to Airbnb. They didn't say, tell your friend about Airbnb and you'll get this. They just said, share your love of travel. If you have friends who also love to travel, share your love of travel with them, which is essentially their referral link. And they had a give and get system, your friend will get something and you will also get something. So it's why we often actually see referral programs work really, really well in a niche space, because similar people hang out with similar people. So I love travel, and I often, naturally I'll have a lot of friends who love travel as well, because that's who I travel with. So yeah, they were a good lesson on there in terms of how you do your wording and how you incentivize people to refer. But then I think also important to actually just show a few smaller brands that also had success with this, because 5 years ago, a referral program really was only something that a large, tech business had from sort of Silicon Valley, and it's now becoming more and more common that smaller and growing businesses will use referral programs to grow. So Reeves is a company based out of London. They essentially, advise their clients on pensions, and they came to us about a year ago as they were just struggling with acquiring leads off paid channels from Google and managing to get quite a lot of leads, but the conversion rate of those leads being really low. So they launched a referral program, and I think they were shocked to see, and we were happy to see that the leads generated from their referral program, 100% of those leads actually converted into bookings, which is just unheard of in the marketing space. But again, the lesson that we learned in there is, when it comes to pretty much anything to do with money and investing and pensions, weirdly, our biggest base of customers is even hedge funds and investment firms. For this reason, people are far more likely to trust a recommendation from their friend than they are to put their money somewhere where they found on Google. So as the sort of trust from those platforms goes down, people are relying on word of mouth again, which is a term all marketers know, but we haven't really used for the last 20 years. So definitely where there's a trust element, you can expect high results with the referral program. And then also just, I have to get this right, NBSN TV, which is a streaming platform out of Australia. They used our system last year. They managed to build everything totally themselves, so I can't take any credit for helping them on this, but essentially they built a referral program where you could refer your friends to get a discount on their streaming platform. And the lesson from them was really just, they didn't limit their referral program only to their customers. They shared it on social media. They promoted it with paid ads. They ended up having tons of generic fans joining it, influencers joining it. And they managed to generate, I think, it was almost 10,000 referrals in just a few days. So by far it was their biggest growth channel as they launched their platform. Okay, so now we're going to the actual data. If this is something that you are thinking about doing, we're going to give you some tips today on how to structure your referral program for success. Yeah, I would say if you take one lesson home from today, it would be this. Double-sided referral programs equals more referrals that convert. So what does that actually mean? That means that a referral program where if I invite my friend gets an incentive to sign up, and I also get a reward if they join, hands down, out of all the data we looked at last year, worked the best. And why did that work the best? It worked the best because people are actually way more likely to refer their friends when their friend will also get something too. So that's, I think, an awesome lesson for us. And I think great to hear that the human race isn't totally driven by just getting, and they are equally driven by giving. So when you design your referral program for your business and you're thinking about how it should work, remember that generally, people will be more likely to refer their friend if they can give their friend something. So that's, you often hear these terms, double-sided referral programs or give and get referral programs. But what that essentially means is I can send my friend a referral link. If they sign up, they get $10 in their account, and I also get $10. And I think naturally what we've learned is people are much more open to referring their friends if they're going to also get something, it makes them feel not only will they get their $10 reward, they've also really helped their friend get something, which is awesome. Then this seems like a very simple point, but honestly something we see neglected quite a lot. So the stat I actually don't have on this referral program, but we realized it last year. We also tracked where all the referrals were coming from. So as I said, we ran over 2,000 referral programs last year, generating over 100,000 referrals for our customers. And what we learned is that over 90% of those incoming leads or referrals are coming from dark social channels. They're not coming from people sharing their referral link on Twitter or Facebook. So making it really easy for customers to share their referral link on Europe, it was Europe, Africa, we saw WhatsApp being the biggest channel. In the US and Canada, we saw iMessage being the biggest channel, but basically chat channels, not social feed channels. So making it really easy for your customers to invite or refer their friends on dark social channels is important. And then, again, because what's the really valuable thing? The valuable thing is a one-to-one message. So a person shares a message with their friend. It's not in a feed. It's not surrounded by other ads and content and retweets. It's just a message from a friend to a friend. So making it really easy for your customers to share their referral links or tell their friends about you in dark social channel is really important. And the easier you make that, the more likely people will be to refer. Then this is something that we also get asked quite a lot, what should our reward be? So we have water. What should our reward be? Should it be cash? Should it be credit? Should we give gift cards? I would say, I know that this isn't applicable for every single business in the world, but I think for most businesses it is applicable. If you can reward and incentivize users in your own currency. What do I mean by your own currency? A voucher to shop at your store, a coupon to get 20% off your subscription, for example. Then essentially your referral program drives not only acquisition for you, so it will bring you new customers, but it also will drive retention and sales in the future, because the customers who are being rewarded are giving some sort of credit that they have to spend back in your business. So this part is really important, and I know that often it's easier to give away cash or an Amazon voucher as a reward. But actually, if you want your referral program to drive sustainable growth in your business, try and see if you can give coupons or credits, because generally then you essentially get a channel that drives acquisition and also actually increases your retention. Probably the best example I've seen of smart marketing here is a company called Sixt. I'm sure most of you know them. They're a car rental company, and they have a really simple referral program. Give 60 euros, get 60 euros. So if you invite a friend, they get 60 euros to use to rent a car. If your friend actually rents a car, you also get 60 euros as the person who referred them. But what they did was really, really smart, was they broke the 60 euro down into three 20 euro vouchers. So when you got your reward, essentially, in order to fully get your reward, in order to fully unlock your incentive as the person who's invited to rent a car with Sixt, you essentially have to rent 3 cars. You have to make 3 rentals, and you can use 20 euros per rental. And then the person being rewarded also gets rewarded with 60 euros, but in 3 20 euro coupons. So you would have to then rent a car 3 times. You would get discounts on all those rentals. But essentially what that's doing is driving retention as well as acquisition. So, I think if there's a way that you can design this into your referral program, think long and hard about it, because as we know, retention is just as hard as acquisition. So the other thing I wanted to talk about today is actually just B2B versus B2c referral programs. And I think why I think this is important is a lot of the referral if you go to Google and you Google what are the best referral programs, examples of referral programs, you will generally find examples of PayPal, Uber, Booking.com. You'll find sort of a lot of B2C brands. You're going to find consumer brands mostly. And I think that leads people to think that referrals as a marketing channel or a referral program as a marketing channel is only for B2C brands, but it's absolutely not true. We've actually seen a lot of success in it in the B2B space, but it's really important to kind of just know what the differences are between the two. So B2C referral programs, so I'm looking on the right-hand side of the screen now. B2C referral programs need incentives to push people to reward, but the reward is also really important, and thinking about what that is. So if I refer my friend, I'm more likely to do it if they get an incentive, but I still want a reward. Whereas we find in the B2B space, where it's a business referring a business, actually referral programs often don't have rewards and they only have incentives, because in the B2B space, people are much more motivated by looking good to their network, helping a fellow colleague or person within their network. If you think about it now, if I said to you, okay, I'll give all of you 100% off Referral Factory subscriptions, and you have to give it to a small business near you that wants to grow, you probably would, you'll be motivated to help the business more than you would be to get a reward. But generally, I think the biggest thing is that in a B2B environment, if I refer my friend so that they can get a discount on a product, it becomes difficult as the brand, who do you reward? Because you can't say, well, we'll give you a reward that's a discount of our product, because the person who's doing the referral is often not the person who pays for the product, if that makes sense. So because the person actually referring you isn't the person that pays the subscription to the business, it's better to make a really, really good incentive that allows them to have, to get extra clout in their network by referring their friends. So in the B2B space, really, we pretty much just focus on having the best incentive that will make people look and feel really good to their network if they refer, and that's often enough to drive adoption of your referral program. Whereas in the B2C space, you need a great reward and an incentive. In the B2B space as well, optimizing for sharing on email and LinkedIn DM, we see a lot of that. So customers will join a referral program, they want to share it with their friends. They tend to default to more business networks just because that's the environment they're talking. So the slide we spoke about before, making it easy for people to refer, make it really easy for customers to share their links in an email and LinkedIn. And then on the B2C side, make sure you optimize to make it really easy to refer a friend on WhatsApp or refer a friend on iMessage. And then, I think this is kind of obvious, but I just wanted to add it is B2B is often rational purchasing. And I think whether you are spending money on Google ads or Facebook ads or LinkedIn ads, we all know that, somebody making a large purchase in a B2B environment, it's generally a rational decision. So getting a referral in will help you get higher quality leads, but the rule still applies that it has to be a rational purchase that someone would actually want to buy. And then on the B2C side, you have a little bit more flexibility because people can influence their friends to maybe make an emotional purchase. So I think that's really just an important thing. On the B2C side, you can push the emotional side of, refer your friends so they can have the same brand as you, give your friend an incentive. Whereas B2B will more be, refer someone in your network and they'll get additional support, or they'll get a free setup, or they'll get 1 month free, because it actually helps with the rational sort of decision making of the purchase. Cool. And then, the secret sauce for referral success. This is a combo of some things we've seen on data, and I guess just other things that I've learned along the way. And I try to not put too many things in here, because I think referral marketing as an industry it's sort of just taking off and it's really early. And I know that what I wanted to focus on are what are the 3 most important things that you can do to make sure you're successful, rather than say many things and then you don't pick the right one. So number 1, offer an incentive or reward that people actually want. Again, seems very logical, but we have a lot of companies who we have to really advise and help in terms of building their referral programs. They'll want to give away mugs and swag and shirts, and those things are great as a free gift, but it's often actually not enough to drive someone to do something. So it's really important to think about actually what people want if I go back to the Sixt example I went through earlier, like I use Sixt personally. Actually, I use them. I have the app. That's how I found the referral program. And I want to rent a car. So credit back to me to rent more cars in the future is actually something I want. So actually thinking about what people want, not what's just lying around in your office or you have left over from a previous promotion. We often see that happen where people launch amazing referral programs and have amazing products, and they just don't offer incentives and rewards that the consumer actually wants. So seems logical, but put a lot of work into that and do a lot of research into like what actually drives and motivates people, because that'll go a long way. And then also really important is often what people actually want, if they are a customer of yours, actually is really aligned with your business. So for example, we have our own referral program at Referral Factory, and we offer customers like access to a higher level of support. So we know that for a lot of our customers doing this for the first time, they don't have experience, they're not sure what to do. So they're really motivated by saying, hey, I can get 2 hours of like expert support to help make sure I make the right decisions. And we had to go through a few rewards before we figured that out. So we found that offering extra support was way more valuable to our user base than offering them a month free. Again, we're B2B, so it was totally different. The person building the referral program on our platform often wasn't the person paying for the software. So they're way more motivated to get additional support and help than they are to get a free month. So again, we went through a few versions of rewards until we found what actually works. And if you launch your referral program to a small segment first and then run some tests, and then to a small segment first, like second, and run some tests, you often can A/B test what actually motivates people. Number 2, reward the right person. So we spoke about this a little bit earlier about saying like when are incentives important and when are rewards important. So thinking about who needs to be rewarded. We often see the case. I have a really great example of like there was a company that sold wine, for example, and they had a lot of customers, and they built a referral program where it said, if you refer your friend and they buy 12 bottles of wine, like a case of wine, you'll get a bottle free with your next order. And it didn't really have a lot of adoption, and they kind of said, referrals don't work for our business. And we said, no, let's try something. How about, you up your budget a little bit and you say, if you refer your friend and they order a bottle of wine, they'll get a bottle of wine like from you. They'll get an extra bottle of wine. So essentially by referring them, they get a free bottle, and you'll also get one if they accept your offer. And the minute we changed sort of the incentive and the reward, everything changed. So for them, it was just about making sure that they were rewarding both people. So think about who needs to be incentivized to sign up or join, and think about who needs to be rewarded for doing the referral. Make sure that the most important person is being rewarded or incentivized, and in most cases that is often both people. Last point, which is point number 3. This is also something that we see that totally makes the difference between a successful referral program and a not successful referral program, is simply just how you market it to your customers. So I think we have a great article on our blog around that. When we do the follow-up in the email, when we follow up with everybody after this, just to send you the recording, I'll make sure that the team adds the link to that article to this, but it basically just gives you, I think it's 20 or 30 ways to market your referral program to your base. So it's like a checklist of everywhere you could advertise it. So if you create a referral program and you want your customers to tell your friends, they have to know about this and they have to be reminded about this. So put a link to your referral program in your email signature, advertising it on your social channels, sending out a reminder mail once every 2 months saying, hey, everybody, don't forget to refer your friends. So there's so many options that you can do, but it's also something to think about. Like, put a lot of work into building and launching your referral program. You should be putting equal amount of work into actually marketing it to your potential user base that could do these referrals. I guess in the same way, like as with anything, like if you build a new website or launch a new campaign and you don't put any love and attention into how people are going to find out about it and see it, you often can see something great not succeed. So make sure that as part of your planning is not just the basics about how to build a referral program, what software should you use, what should the reward be. A large chunk of that planning needs to be, what are you actually going to do to market your referral program, and what are you actually going to do to make sure that it's visible, people can see it, and people can interact with it really easy. Oh, sorry, and one also really important thing, if you are a SaaS platform or you have any environment that people can log into, like your referral program should not only be visible on your website, but it should also be visible in your logged in environment all the time, just subtly reminding people that, hey, that's there. And why is that important? Because maybe today I don't have someone to refer, but I meet someone 2 or 3 weeks from now. If I've seen that referral program in the dashboard 5-6 times every time I've logged in, when that opportunity comes to provide the referral program, I'll make the connection. So just make sure that you allocate enough time to planning, how to market your referral program. And as I said, when we do the follow-up mails to everybody who's joined today, that'll have the recording of the webinar. I'll make sure we include the article. Our team put a lot of work into that article, and it's pretty much gives you, the full guide and like everything we've seen done that's been successful in order to market your referral program. So watch out for that. Cool. So we have a little sort of gift section after this, but before we do, what I wanted to do is just see if anybody has any questions. So I'm just going to pop over the screen share. Hello, I'm back. So I'm just going to stop presenting. And yeah, what I thought might be pretty good to do is just answer some of these questions for you. Hopefully the questions from some people are helpful to other people as well. We will again share everything, so you've got our contact details. If you have more questions after, please absolutely reach out to us, but I'll answer these 2 questions now. Oh yeah, so do you have any status or info on making referrals fun to do or gaming them? I'm nervous to answer this question because a lot of marketers hate my answer, to be honest, but the truth is, like we analyzed, as I said, 2,000 referral programs at the end of last year. Some of them had gamification elements, others didn't. We didn't actually find an increase in lift in terms of gamifying the referral program. We generally found that people either want to refer and it's more about them and the person that they are referring with. So I would say in terms of gamifications, maybe think of cool interactive ways that people can join your referral program and cool interactive ways they can share, and maybe gamifying it between them and their friend a little bit. But generally what we've seen is the sort of referral programs that are refer 1 friend and get this, and refer 3 friends and then get this, and then if you refer 6 friends and get that, and then there's a leaderboard. Generally it hasn't made a difference to the performance. So we actually often advise not to do that, just because it makes it more complicated, more work. And we think rather focusing on how to create a good connection between the person referring and their friend, making sure you're rewarding and incentivizing in the right way, tends to drive more results. So I would say initially kind of when we started out, we would do all these things to try and, gamify it. And overall, we actually came to the conclusion that it puts a lot more work into the referral program, and it actually often confuses the user. And also something else that's really important is that, often you'll see success from your referral program over time. So, we kind of have the stats that if you can say, if you know the number of how big your user base is, so say you have a user base of, 10,000 people, let's say that, for example, you, on average, only 30% of your base will become active as referrers. That can, it will be a different part of the base every year, but every year about 30% of the base will become active. On average, they only generate about 2 referrals each per year. Some a lot more, some a lot less. So you would generate 6,000 leads, and then off that, and then again you'll have quite a high conversion rate of it. So we've seen conversion rates anywhere from 30 to 60%. So essentially, if you have a base of 10,000 customers, 30% of them become active. They generate 2 leads each a year. Of course, some more, some less, but the average is 2. you have 6,000 leads, and then you'll have an average of 30% of those that will convert. Yeah, and let me just answer the question just from Nick, because it comes up. Do you recommend inviting the whole database to be part of the referral program? Nick, what I would say is long term, absolutely yes. But when you are just launching your referral program, what I would recommend doing is launching it to a small user base first. So say you, again, have a base of 10,000 people. You launch your referral program to 200 people. You track and monitor the results. I think really, as I said, we're a referral business and we didn't even get it right the first time. So it takes a bit of testing to learn what motivates people or not, and expect to kind of reiterate, and you'll go live with one version, then you invite another 200 customers with a bit of an edited version, then you invite another 200 customers. But usually once you've kind of done 2 or 3 tests, you'll figure out a model that works pretty well, and then unlock it to the whole database. But absolutely, for sure, there's no reason, like we saw with MBS and TV, they didn't limit, they actually, because they were a new brand, they didn't have a lot of customers. So they just had a whole bunch of fans, influencers, people that had been following them, and they built a huge database and just invited those people and got a lot of traction. There's another question here from Tumay. What are the main differences and similarities between affiliate and referral programs? So I actually do think that in time, affiliate and referral programs probably will kind of merge into one. The main difference I would say is that affiliates are generally people that are, to a degree, like bloggers, influencers, publications. They are people that spend their entire day, like we have affiliates at Referral Factory, they bring us customers. They essentially, they have super good SEO, and they run advertising for you to a degree, and they'll write content for you and lists, and essentially they will want to get a commission based on that. So affiliates pretty much always are paid in cash or commission, because they usually actually aren't interested in your brand or product. They are just acting as a salesperson for it. So it's a bit of a different relationship. So it'll be for example, a large website on the internet that can promote your product in a blog post, and you'll pay them a commission for every customer. Whereas a referral program is more about activating your fans and your customer base to, in an ongoing way, spread the word about your business. So the other reason why we say leads from referral programs, and it wasn't affiliate programs in there, convert much higher, is there is really nothing more valuable as a brand that you can buy than me saying to my friend, hey, I use this insurance company, I have used them for the last 18 months and they've been pretty good. That's pretty much better than anything they can read online. So generally, affiliate will be advertising your product somewhere and then taking a commission on the sale. Your referral program will be fans and customers chatting to their friends about you and recommending your product, often because they know, use it, and love it. So that's kind of the difference for now. But to a degree, we have some customers that actually use our software to use their affiliate program because the tech is similar. The thing that is mostly different is, in an affiliate program, they will make content, videos, etc. to sell your product, I would say. Whereas in a customer referral program, they're just telling their friends about your brand. And then obviously the reward is different. Mostly in an affiliate program, your reward is cash. Whereas mostly in a referral program, your reward is a credit or coupon to shop with the brand again in the future. Hello. So I just want to see if there's any other questions here. Michael, I see you asking a question, but I think that might actually be about our specific software. So we will take these questions down and email answers later, but not everybody today is one of our customers. So I just want to limit this to questions that can help everybody, whether you're a customer of ours or not is irrelevant. Okay, then from Moshe, are you working, are there any statistics on referral reward working better or worse across different countries or regions? I would say on that one, I don't have too much data. I would say the most thing we focus on in regions is For example, if we're running like referral programs like in Africa where internet connectivity is low, then you want to try use like text message or low cost technology in countries that are more advanced. You can have videos embedded into your referral program. It doesn't matter how much data it takes. So I would say it's more about like the channels people use to refer in different countries than it is about the reward of the gift, because the reward of the gift is mostly linked to actually what your business does. Let me just see. Okay, we've got one last question here from Byron. One last question. How could you promote where tech isn't possible with an online referral program such yeah, I think that's also kind of what we spoke about before. So a really good example of he was saying like there's different people in different markets, some have access to tech and others don't. I would say then what the most and the question is just really how can you combine it if it's a low tech environment, can they load pages, etc. But what's important to know there is make sure that whatever referral platform you use, it has really easy like share to WhatsApp buttons, because generally in like a low tech environment, a lot of people will still be using internet-based products. It'll just be like more text-based products than video-based products. So have share to SMS, have share to WhatsApp, make it really easy to just share a friend on WhatsApp or text. And in that case, you'll see more success rather than maybe sharing to Facebook and Twitter, which are much more like, channels that drain your internet connection. Graham Horn, any suggestions for brokerage firms, financial planning firms? My suggestion would be launch a referral program. Our biggest category of customers is anybody basically in financial investment houses, hedge funds. Generally, when it comes to investments, people are way more likely to trust, and trust being is the most currencies, a company that their friend has referred. So I would just say, weirdly enough, if I can give you an example, we did a seed capital raise last year, and we ran a referral program to do that. So we went out to our friends and family network. We said, we're raising capital. This is the amount we're raising, and if you'd like to participate, go here. And if you refer a friend, you'll get 1% of their investment allocated to your portfolio. People were super incentivized to refer their friends. Of course, if they're investing, they're super happy to refer it to their friends. So I guess just thinking about how to design it, but please reach out to us directly. We have tons of case studies in the finance space that will be able to help you. Guys, I'm also just a little bit conscious of time. So I think I just want to see if there's anything important I haven't answered, but I think a lot of these we can, my team will be taking a note of all the questions, and if we didn't get to your question today, we will make sure that we follow up with an answer for you. So please don't worry about that. But I just actually wanted to pop over to the end of the presentation to, go to the gift section because I thought that was pretty important. So I think everybody here is in this webinar today because they are interested, I guess, in learning how they can acquire more customers through referral programs. So to essentially, reward you for joining the webinar and giving up your time. Anyone who signs up to Referral Factory, you can just go to our website down here, referral-factory.com. In the next 24 hours, will essentially get 20% like allocated off to their subscription. And that is on all plans, everything from the starter plan. So we have like starter plans starting from $95 a month where you can build and launch your own referral program without any code, all the way up to our enterprise edition, which comes with, consulting and everything, and the discounts will be applied across the board. So basically anybody who's signing up in the 24-hour period, and remember, signing up means starting a free trial, so you don't have to want to launch your referral program right now, but create your account, and if you create your account, we'll be able to allocate the discount to it, and then when you're ready, you could come back and use it. And then I think the other thing that we will do, we will follow up after this with an email, which just has a video of this so you can see all the data. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing my screen again. I have a very bad habit of doing this. So I was saying, sorry, that's my bad. So anybody who signs up, 20% off. As I said, you don't need to be ready to rock and roll right away, but just go start a free trial, referral-factory.com, and you'll get 20% off your subscription, and it will apply to whatever plan you decide to use in the future. If you choose to use our software to build your referral program, remember that, at the end of the day, you'll pick the right platform for you. So we want to offer the benefit to anybody who kind of wants to join us, but you'll still get all the valuable insights and everything, even if you aren't a customer of ours. And then actually something else we will include in the follow-up link, which is we've recently just launched our startup program, which means that if you are a startup, you can actually apply to get 40% off, and you also will get priority support for the first 12 months, which means our team will help you build and launch your referral program. We are a startup ourselves, so we really like to see other startups win and succeed with this. So it's a great offer, and if you are a startup, I'd recommend jumping on that bandwagon. Actually, not even for the 40% off, but more for the priority support. Like, as I said, we have a full support team. They ran over 2,000 campaigns last year, and they have a lot of experience. So the priority support is probably the thing that's going to help you the most. And I know that as a startup, like, every little bit counts. So the more help you can get, the better. Cool. And that's all from us today. So thanks to everybody for joining. We will send this around, but you can see my emails over here. If you have more questions, please absolutely reach out to me directly. Connect with me on LinkedIn or follow me on Twitter. Hopefully you enjoyed the session today, and thanks for all the great questions. Let me close that, And thanks for all the great questions. And I think what's really exciting is to see, so many brands interested in this topic and wanting to sort of do the work to see what they can do to find new marketing channels to acquire customers. So I'm just going to double check if I need to do anything else, because my team might shout at me, but Perfect. All right, thanks everyone. We do have the opportunity as well, if you would like to set up a demo with us. We were thinking about, doing a session after this where we would go, sort of into the software if anybody wanted to see how to do it. But I think what's really important here is that, like, most importantly, that everybody, just kind of got some insights and some learning about referral marketing. At any point, you can also go to our website and just book a demo if you'd actually like how to build your own referral program. But I think we're going to wrap it up for today, because we've got 4 minutes left on the hour, and I think, everyone's really busy. But thank you everybody for joining today. I had a lot of fun presenting this, and we will follow up with an email with, as I said, the recording, some links and articles, as well as the links to that startup discount if any of you are startups and would like to sort of benefit from the additional support. Great. Thank you, everyone.